it's another day that nothing like schoolwork or even classes is not bothering me, and I just don't feel forced to do something or even to attend or even even to confirm what is happening in school. I have had internet for the whole morning, yet I'm not interested in knowing what is happening, what classes that I have, because that's not my priority for now. And I came to this school from home with a mindset that, bro, Mimi, I'm done with school. I think the how I'm minding small things in school is really not really like honestly I'm not interested in school, and I know, and I came to this school knowing very well that I'm not coming to read, I'm coming to make an income. After making an income, now while in the process of making an income, things will just shuffle up, and I'll end up being a father. So, because again, I don't want to finally, I talked about this, I don't want to finish school in this place. I have said specifically in this place. I might even complete my degree in 20 years to come. Really, it's not really a concern right now. It's not a priority. My priority is I build something out of what I'm doing with my time. And I'm proud. Wow. By the way, lately I've been receiving calls from FX Pesa, this forex broker in Kenya. Let me just turn off this. Let me put my phone on airplane mode so that I don't receive any bothering calls. Yeah, airplane mode. Now, what have I been saying? Yeah, I'm no longer interested in school. Because of why? Because I don't care. I care less. That's not my priority. Something is just telling me to focus on what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying it. I usually do finalize editing. If do scripting, editing, video editing for Micro Harris for the recipes. Although it's not really compatible. Anyway, I'll talk about this in details. I usually do these videos in the mornings, so that's why. Let me actually remove the socks. We have some socks on. I need to remove them so that I can ground myself properly. Grounding. It's called grounding. So yeah, need to cut some. But it's okay. I was saying what? It's really not my priority. I don't care, and for forex I've not been putting enough effort, but today I think I'll start now being serious on what I'm doing, because forex, there's something is just telling me that you need to get into forex and learn something. And if I decide it comes as a decision. It comes as when I want to do something hard, but it will suit me in an easy way. Like I'll understand better myself compared to another person. If I decide that I'm going to put more energy and even more effort on this, I definitely will get it right. If I just have that drive, I usually have this drive, I'm going to pursue this. Now, this one I don't want to take it in that momentum, or even in that with that energy, because that energy usually fades up in the middle of doing something. I want to make sure, okay, there's something special about me. Maybe when I'm exposed to information first time, I'll assume that I've not seen it. After some time later, I realize that I have got almost everything. I'm good at second nini. I'm usually good at second the second what? The second chances. Second chances usually work good for me. Okay, not chances per se, but when I get exposed to something, then I totally get out of that environment. I come back after some time. I realize that it's like I have experienced this thing, and it happens so automatically that wow, it's something that is profound, and it's actually an innate ability that I have. I've noted this. I'm usually good with second chances. Yeah, like if I decide to go back to dropshipping right now, I'll do things right. But right now, I'm not interested in dropshipping per se. However, Maxis Grupo. Now it's now Grupo. I changed. Oh, I think I should talk about this. Okay, but before I come to that, I have talked of that me not being interested in school. I'm no longer interested in school, and I see myself next year focusing on totally other things. Right now, I'm setting my priorities right. I make sure that I learn the art of creativity. That's work. By the way, I saw a video yesterday from Pius Mugo. By the way, he's a billionaire. He's the owner of Nabo Investments and yeah, Capital. I don't know. That's the name of the of the business entity. It is MMF, money market fund, where you just put your money and money just money multiplies in the with the law of compounding. Not compounding, but it earns some interest that you as you are putting in there. So this guy says something. If you are now he was narrating of a story of this Microsoft CEO who was asked, what do you consider, okay, how do you translate wealth according to you, according to your perception? The CEO said, okay, he said that the CEO is one of the richest guys on this earth. Said wealth is creativity. Now, it doesn't make sense at first, because again, if you tell me that wealth is creativity, how is that even related? We know that creativity is thinking. How is wealth creativity? You see, actually, it doesn't make sense. Even to a logic mind, it doesn't make sense. But thank God he decided to he expounded on the concept of wealth is creativity. Now, give an instance of God during creation. During creation, he asked a very simple question. What was God doing through? Now, he created, God had 7 days, 7 days. That meant that he created the plants, the animals, and everything that is nature in 6 days. What was he doing in those 6 days? In those 6 days, he said, he gave an answer, but then no one knows. Okay, now building on the concept, 6 days, building on this. Okay, 6 days is fine. 6 days is creating he was, and now on the 7th day he rested. So what was he, in just simple words, what was he doing? Remember, he rested, so that means he was in work. And what was that work? He was creating. You see, creating is creativity. So literally, now everything now makes sense. Creativity is work. Work is creativity. So ideally, work is supposed to be you come up with a brilliant concept and put effort, put time, put resources together, and so that you can create something that is solving a problem, something that is no longer is not viable for now. Even in the coming years, it will be viable. It will still be viable. It will still be. You see, you have done the something for the future. That's the whole point of creativity. And looking at money and even establishing businesses, you get the impression, just from that analogy that he has created, or even from that explanation. By the way, that was a deep explanation. That was a deep explanation, and it's something that, wow, this is different. I have a new perception towards money, towards wealth. Yeah, you get the impression that you must make something so that in the future it will just work on itself. Now, after I explained that concept of creativity, he said something else. He created in 6 days, okay? Now, in 5 days, he created everything. And now on the 6th day, he created man. Man who was given a mandate to now take care of the creation, take care of the of this creative, of this creation that he had worked on for the 5 days. So he created another being, or even another creation, so that he can manage all this. And even an hour later, is when he gave them authority and even permission and all sorts of rights to make sure that he takes care of the needy. Now, what was he doing right then? He has worked hard. The concept, but did I talk about? I think I've covered this in one of the diaries. Working hard, okay, working smart is as a result of working smart. That goes without saying. Now, talk of what? I was talking about something. Yeah, you see now. Did now God create anything afterwards? Like, did he create anything after that? I don't think so. Because now he had this co-creator. He had created this co-creator to now be helping him on what he's doing, or he had built. Now he's going to be creating more. Now this is where the human race has now started to advance in technology, advance in farming, advance in you see, every literally, if you look at the business world, you can see that everyone is creating, everyone is coming with ideas that are solving problems for people, and that is literally work. And work, if you look closely with micro, or even what do you call this, a lens, you can see a lot of creativity in that aspect. Which problem can we look at? Let's look at Elon Musk and his cars, Tesla. People want to move, okay, and we don't want to destroy our environment. So Elon Musk come up with a brilliant idea. How about we come up with a car that uses battery instead of fuel? That will no longer emit fumes and even carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide in the air, and even no harmful gases will be released in the air. So you will be solving a problem. That's a creativity idea. You see. And Pius mentioned something that really actually changed my perception towards how I view business. You must build a system first. By the way, look at how God does things in an organized manner. He created the man at the last day so that he can manage the nini. That means he has put systems, a system in which now his creation can be managed. You see, Pius said now in relation, Pius said that for you to create a sustainable business, you must create a system that will run by itself even in your absence. And he gave a good example of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is someone that came up with a brilliant idea. How about we change how the computer how about we change the world with computer? Now we'll innovate ideas, we'll innovate products that are going to shape the computer gadget, or even the computer gadget in the whole world. Look at what he came up with. Apple, this is a company. Long after he died in 2011 or even 2012? I'm not sure. Likely 2010. I'm not sure. He left a legacy. He left a living thing, and he said that. Pius said that, as I recall, you must create something that is living, and you now set up a system that will now sustain that. Long after, many years after Jobs died, Apple is still there on the highest, or even in the largest companies with the most valuable companies in the world, or even in the USA. Actually, in the world, it is still there. It has many a lot of revenue that is coming in each and every year, or even let's say every day. It means it is making profits, huge profits, billions of US dollars in profits. And whether something has changed on how I view things, how I view business ideas. Right now, I can be doing something thinking that it's not relevant as much, but I've realized that I do things earlier and they tend to save me later. They tend to save me in a way that, wow, thank God I did that. Now look at KPLC content that I did at July or something, or even at August. I decided, let me just do this and then post it on Maxipy. By the way, I had no idea that this thing will be big. I casually posted my shorts. I actually did one video on YouTube. I decided, okay, you know what? This is an idea that I have come up with. Okay, I was explaining. I don't know if I covered this in July. I was explaining the secret codes in which you are supposed to press to access some features in prepaid meters. I decided, okay, let me do this. Let me record this. It will be about 6 minutes or even 7 minutes, but it will help someone. Another idea I come up with another brilliant idea. What if, okay, this video is long. What if I can take time and break down all the S codes to be single, and then I'll put them into shorts? That's what I did. After I put them into shorts, I post them on YouTube and TikTok. Okay? After I put them on TikTok, I'm like, okay, it doesn't seem like it is gaining traction per se, but I'll just leave it. Me, I usually do things and then I leave it. Even if I did the work in a messy way, but it has value. You just can't be good at video editing once. You have to practice over time and then become. Okay, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking of messy. But it has value, right? So 3 months later, the videos that were just 300 views, 800 views, not more than actually 2000 views, except for one, because it was relating to what people are searching for. Because at that time, the updating meter process was still ongoing in Kenya. So there's this specific video that was gaining traction. However, for the others, it was a bit laggy. Like nothing is moving. Literally, I can tell you for a fact, right now, if you check the videos that are 300, 400 views, they are 50k views. So, assuming that I did about five videos that really relate to the problems that people are currently facing, it means that 50 times 4, that's about 200k views. 200k views, that means someone heard my voice. 200 years, 200,000 times 2, that's 400,000. 400,000 ears heard my voice. My voice, in which I have been underestimating, and I realized that I think you must be authentic. Just speak as long as you're speaking you are original and you are giving value. Don't worry about how you sound. Don't worry about how people will perceive you. Just do it. Kwani iko nini? People are commenting. That means it is engaging. The content is engaging. And that's something that you should never underestimate. By the way, whenever doing something, never feel intimidated or even let down. Yesterday, I think I'm going deeper with this, but I love it. I love how I'm going deeper with things, and it is occurring so naturally. Anyway, I saw a video of a social test. So there are people on a basketball courtyard, and we have two specimens. A woman who doesn't know anything about basketball. Now, she is blindfolded, and she's given a ball, and there's a basketball hoop. What do you call that? He's giving that basketball hoop to throw that ball while blindfolded. She's given many balls as possible to throw in. Unfortunately, it doesn't. None of the nini enters in that hoop. Now, on the second part, the woman is given the blindfold mask is removed. Is it mask or what? The blindfold is removed. After it is being removed, now she's being told. Now there are people who are cheering when she was blindfolded. They were just very silent. And now, as she is throwing the balls while her eyes are open. Her eyes are open. I don't know if I have storage. 7 GB. I have 7 GB. I actually checked and I have 7 GB. Is it really enough? I am fearing, but okay, let me just continue. Whenever where it will end, I'll just delete some files. Nowadays I just act non-bothered, because if it happens, it happens. Kwani iko nini? Now, but I'll keep eyes on these tabs. Yeah, the blindfold is removed, and she tries throwing many balls, and I think one or two attempts are successful. Talk of successful. After she throws in and it gets into the hoop, the spectators on the side celebrate her. Celebrate her. After being celebrated, she now throws in 3 more into the hoop. 3 more was facilitated by the encouragement from the spectators. Okay? Now they bring in now a professional basketball player. He does the same, throwing in the with no. He starts actually. He starts by blindfolding. He throws. He actually manages to hoop in the ball attempts almost 9 out of 10 or something like that. And now, okay, the player only knows how to play while he's looking at the hoop. Now he started with an attempt of, that's how he started first. He throws 9 out of 10. The second test, he's blindfolded, and every time he throws, it misses the hoop. Every time that he throws, it misses. Now, every time it misses, the spectators on the side boo him like, ooh, ooh. And every time he hears this, discouragement gets into the nini. Now, the blindfold was removed, and now the third test was taken. Actually, the lady was taken for the third one, where now she was blindfolded again. Now, the man, even after removing the blindfold, he wasn't able to throw in the balls into the hoop. Okay? And remember, this is a professional basketball player. At the first attempt, he was able to throw in almost 9 out of 10, or even 10 out of 10, likely. But look at what has happened there. If someone celebrates you on the side, you are motivated to do things. However, if you do things and people just tell you you can't do it, you just be discouraged, and you won't focus. Now, that social experiment was telling me something. It painted a picture, and I came up with a very good conclusion. If you want to be successful, please associate, interact, and surround yourself with people who are higher than yourself and who are going to encourage you even to do even more better, and even more better, and even more, you see, with more energy and passion. You see, that got to tell you that the people around you are very important. Now the person who was now giving, although he was not fluent in how he was giving this story, I think he was starting this story. I think he's not a good, but with time he's going to improve. I hope the friends tell him that he's going to. I wish I could have commented, but I didn't have time. I was actually ignorantly scrolling, or even, I don't know, with no intentions. I was actually scrolling with no intentions. He gave a story of Chipukizi. Chipukizi is actually a comedian in Kenya, in Chachi Show. Being a comedian, while he was starting, his friends used to discourage him. You cannot do it. You stop bothering yourself. You cannot do it. Now, look at this. Now, it was just one person who changed his life. He tells him, you know what, bro? You can do it. This talent you have. By the way, that was it. That was the game changer. And it's such a brainer that it only took one person to elevate the motivation, the drive of this is it Chipukizi or even that guy. I don't know. I just can't remember his name, but yeah. You see, you have got to surround yourself with people who are going to Nini. And remember, I said this. This should be one of the characteristics of the partners that I want. And I realized, by the I have come to the conclusion that if you end up with the right partner, it's likely that you won't force things. These things will just start to flow naturally. Yeah, you won't feel compelled or even being forced to talk to her. You'll just be meeting in the right place in the right time. Generally, there will be no pressure at all. You want someone who is going to encourage you. And remember, I talked about Dan. I think I like this girl. As much as we don't, she's giving that escapism vibe. No, she's acting like a gangster, like like a girl who doesn't non-bothered. She's bothered, but I think she is listening to me. Only that she's just hiding it. Plus, I don't know. Things will just work out, and I'll be updating this. So yes, is it tomorrow? We'll have a ride. I'll teach her how to ride a bike tomorrow. And as I'm preparing for a speech, wait. I said today that I'm going to take my time to fast, or even for my silent moment. Something changed. I have to postpone this. It has to go for another day. I felt today that okay, this is not the best day. I had planned it, but I'm just telling you. You continue with your life, and then you'll take the moment when you are ready. When you are ready. You see, I've learned so much. Now I wanted to complete. By the way, I've talked about many stories. I've forgotten the main point that I was talking about. You see, wealth. Now, relating with what I'm doing right now, Micro Harris. I know that for right now, you see, I've talked of Maxipy. The videos have garnered a lot of views on YouTube and and through that, you see, that's how I've garnered some subscribers. That's how I've gotten some subscribers from. I left TikTok while I was at 127 followers. I decided you know what, I'm not going to focus on Maxipy for now. I think for the past 2 months, coming back, the number has more than doubled. It is more than now 300. You see, but it's because of the work that I did. It has value. As much as it took time, but I usually know that my blessings usually take time. My blessings usually take time before they now bring in the results. That's what I've come to note. There are blessings in my life that usually delay, and they delay for a good cause. It might not be now, but and remember, as I'm doing all these videos for Micro Harris, I'm promoting a product, kefir. I want really to sell kefir like crazy. I want to receive orders. I want to feel like a business person who is promoting a product. Okay? But I had to approach this in another angle, using a different and a brilliant idea. You see, I'm a creative. I usually think I'm an idealistic. I'm a creative. I'm actually a mixture of both, an idealistic and a creative. I was like, you know what? People are selling kefir in Kenya, and they are promoting it as a product, as it is, as raw as it is. I was like, okay, it's fine. Now, I don't want to compete with these people, because me, I'm not usually a competitive person. Maybe either I'll be so good at what I do that you won't match my energy, you won't match my skill, you won't match my skill set. I come up with a brilliant idea. I was like, you know what? I've been seeing videos about recipes. What if I come up with a concept of I can be selling kefir using how to make recipes? I'm like, that's a brilliant idea. Instead now of selling directly, you'll be making recipes with kefir in it. Each and every video that I did must have a kefir, and as I make sure that I promote that product on that mini. Because again, this is a brilliant idea. It will now reach a point. By the way, I'm seeing the future in a way. Only that I'm not aware of this. But I'm seeing in a couple of months from now, people will just be aware of these prebiotics and probiotics. Probiotics are for that matter. Kefir is one of them. We'll be so educated. Someone will just come and disrupt the and people will be like, I want kefir and kefir. Now, I'll have established the new platform. How people can by the way, you see, the universe has a way of giving returning what has been given to it. I have given recipes to people. There is someone who's either, the universe has a funny way of doing things. Someone can see even my video and was like, he promotes them on their page. He actually casually mentions my company, Micro Harris. And he says, by the way, guys, if you want to see kefir recipes, you can go to this channel. That with this YouTube or even TikTok. I really want to YouTube. Go and see that YouTube, and it has amazing recipes. Now, each and every day that I am improving how I'm delivering the content for Micro Harris. At first, I was struggling with the voice and putting the pictures as they are, because you're not doing these recipes physically. You're just coming up, you are using AI to leverage that as your leverage to create pictures that depicts the whole process of recipe making. And I wish this could just come. This is my dream. I just have this kitchen that I'm making all these products, recipes that I'm making every day. Now, I just hope like I'll end up in a kitchen. Now I'll be a pro in making recipes with kefir. That will be my thing. I'm a pro at that. Yeah. Now if you see, someone will just casually, or even the universe will just do something, and Micro Harris will be so popular that now orders will now be, because I've established trust. Now people get to know that you can really do kefir from now on. Yeah. What am I even saying? That's how the universe works. It might not give the results right now, but it will reach a point that now people will now be ordering them, and they'll start now transacting. That's where the income flow will start. It's not yet the right moment. The universe is just waiting for me to continue doing. Be consistent. Be good at what you are doing right now. It will reach a point now I'll repay you back. That's when things will just happen. That's my prayer. That's a strategy that I'm using. I know for now it won't make sense, but finally someone will come across my videos, and people will be so much aware of what I'm doing. They'll place orders, but there's something else that I need to do. Establish trust for Micro Harris, like putting a face out there. Someone said that if you want to create a strong brand, put yourself out there. Be seen by people. Let people know you. That's the only way that you can build a strong brand. Okay, not the only way, but the best way to build a brand that is going far. Yeah. Yeah, I was to talk about something else. Kefir. Yeah. I was talk about something else, by the way. Yeah, okay, let me talk. Now, since the issue of the brand is what has come up, let me talk about this. Okay, I'm really okay. I don't remember, but anyway, I want to talk about something else, but I've forgotten. Today I'm wearing all black. By the way, all black. Yesterday, okay. Let me talk about FX Pesa. I really want to talk about but let me just conclude. I have 5 minutes. But for you to create a strong brand, remember there are two types of brands. The big brands that don't really have a face behind it, but they are big brands anyway, and people buy from them because they are just brands. They are big brands. And now there's no those brands where there's a face. Look at Kai and Karo. Kai and Karo is a website that deals. It's a not as a merchant. It's a company that deals with the importation of cars in Kenya. Who is the face behind Kai and Karo? Caliph Cairo. Okay, Caliph Cairo is the one who is the face behind Kai and Karo. And without Caliph Cairo, Kai and Karo will just be another company that just casually sells anything. And you see, it disrupted the market because he gave it the face. He gave the face to this company. This company called Kai and Karo. He gave the face. Now you can really trust the company because Caliph Cairo has sold out his personality through the company and all sorts of that. I've realized Kumbe selling personal brand identities, personal brand is actually important than the business brand. Now it's time to actually go out there and start to talk. Get people talking about you. That's the only way you can grow microqueries. However, I must do my research on how I can do this effectively in a way that yeah, that makes sense. What have I even said? Okay. So even if you want to grow another company, Micro Harris, there's Maxipy, what else? Maxis Grupo. Yeah, I really wanted to talk about Maxis Grupo. That's why I was wondering what I've forgotten about that. I was talking about what? Yeah, it's important to put up personality so that you can create a brand. Let people know you so that you can establish trust. That's the only way you can grow a company from scratch. Now, if you're a beginner and you want to do luxury, I was watching a video about this content. I was watching a video and he explained very perfectly on how you are supposed to put your face out there, talk, get into conversation, relate, interact, socialize, do things so that you can get known by people. Yeah, and be your authentic you, be original, just get out of there. Now, one thing I've forgotten again what I was talking about. Before I finalize on Maxis Grupo, and I talk about something. Okay, anyway, okay, I've forgotten, and I usually have this short memory, short RAM, not big RAM, where I can accommodate things. Okay, I'm struggling with this, but anyway, I'm still okay. Is it training? I think this won't fix my training. There's a problem with my memory. Even when I'm doing things on the computer, I'm like, okay, I was to do something, but I've forgotten. I don't know. I just hope that it won't go extreme past this. What am I supposed to do? What am I willing to do? I was talking about oh, I've forgotten. My goodness, I have forgotten literally. By the way, I was talking about something, but I've kote. Okay. Let me just continue with Maxis Grupo. Now, yesterday, I decided, you know what? Rebrand Maxis Grupo to Maxis Grupo. It's now Maxis Grupo, and every social media has that username, Maxis Grupo. I don't know why I changed. I felt the need to change, or even to rebrand. But it is still early. It is the best time that I could have done this because no one is aware that Maxis Grupo exists. So I have actually a good opportunity to do something with this. So I designed yesterday a logo. I don't know if I'm going to put. I'm going to put this video on minute 45 and 57 seconds. I'll put the logo, the two logos. Yeah, the two logos from Nini. Now, the old logo will be on the higher part of the screen, and the new logo will be on the bottom. Maxi. Although I'm not actually I knew this was going to happen. So minute 45 and 55 seconds, I'll put the logos. The old one on the top and the new one on the bottom. I rebranded. Now the brand Maxis Grupo now feels luxurious. Like wow. Now I wanted to say something. I want to give the impression of, so it is the logo is actually very minimalistic. How it actually resembles, it mimics the old Nini. It's a circle with I don't know, I put a bird. It's like a sort of a bird flying, an icon of a bird flying. Like there's a way when you view things in 2D, like not 3D, 2D, a bird flying, and then there's a circle there. So it resembles three images: a person who has hair, and then there is this part until to the nose. That's one. That's how one can look at it. Two, there's a bird that is flying, and there's a rainbow on the far end. You can see it as that. The third one is, okay, this is just a logo, but it speaks more than a logo. Now I'm looking for a story that is going to make impact. I'm going to craft a message story, and it's a story that no one can think of. No one will really expect that story to have that impact. I'm going to tell of a story of a bird that was in a cold place, north. Maybe I'll talk of the northern part, the most northern part of the earth. There's a bird that did this, it went this, it felt that it really didn't fit into this context, went to another continent called Nini. It found itself on the north of the earth. I'll just come up with an idea. I'm still trying to figure out, because creativity also calls for calmness and engage with other activities, and you'll get the answer. You'll get so this story is what people will relate with, and so that I sell that idea of luxury. To me, that's affiliate marketing. Actually, be doing affiliate marketing with it. I'm still crafting the story behind it, and then I create. The good thing is about luxury brands is that you don't need to do much graphic design. That's one thing that I've noted. You don't need to do much. The website will have more white space, so that means you don't need to focus on the nitty-gritty details. Oh, this needs to come here. You only need to give it space, and then you give it that premium vibe. And now, see, I have target clothes to sell with. Now I have target items to sell. So I now start approaching the clients directly. This is Maxis Group. Is it Maxis Group or even Maxis Group? Yeah, Maxis Group. I will be like, Now that will be it, by the way. Okay, as much as I have 1 GB by the way left. I have 1 GB left. I don't know. It might be depleted because I've cleared out some storage, and I knew it. I will be cut short by lack of storage. Yeah, some apps are just taking storage here. Here's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was actually not rebranding, but okay, I'm not overthrowing the name Maxis Group. I really would have wanted it to be Mini, but I think I have to go with the Maxis Group. And so that, I don't know, I felt sad when I was changing this, because again I don't want to overcrowd myself with many names. Handling such, I have to open another Gmail account. Now that Gmail needs another number. That number, the numbers that I have are already full because I have too many Gmail accounts. And you see, that's a problem that I have. And I'm not willing to go to that extra mile to do whatever emails that I have is what I'm going to use forever now. I'm not going to make any companies. Or by the way, to reach a point now you are tired of creating. Now, out of that what you've created, now rebrand or even re-strategize. Just come up with a solution. Remember, I started with ClearMaxine, then I started with MCAN Softwares. That was my first company that I created. It was not successful, but it went how it went. Okay, my MCAN Softwares went to came up with Maxis. Maxis now brought forth Maxis Group. Maxis Group now has rebranded to Maxis Group. And thank God, every now social media has that username, Maxis Group. Okay? And you see, that's my furaha, that's my happiness. I'm trying to find my true happiness, and I'm finding that creating companies for me is really something. However, storage is depleted. Let me actually end it here. I don't know where I get more storage so that I can edit this video. Yeah, let me end this here. That is what is happening in my life. 1 GB is okay. Anyway, it's depleted. Anyway, let me end this diary here. I'll talk about my progress with Maxis Group and Micro Harris. Micro Harris, I usually update this every day. And that's it, by the way. Let me end this diary here. I'll keep on talking about this. I'm giving a story behind this, but to be very impactful in a way that people will be compelled to buy from my brand. How I'm going to put myself out there, I'll still figure it out. I only need wisdom and knowledge. I just want a type of creativity that, wow, that's very different, and people will relate. By the way, I thank God that I've reached this far where I can note some things and come up with solutions to problems. Let me end this diary here. Remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved, and you can be you are important. You are rising. You are important. You are motivated. You are rising. You are prosperous. You are abundant. Maxim Felix, you are important. You are God's project. You are a co-creator to God. You can create things. You can move things. You can move mountains through Jesus, who strengthens you. You are important. Move with faith. Move with confidence. Move with. You are with God's grace. You are moving with God's glory and favor. Yes, you are favored. You just do your part. Put the efforts. That will be enough. The future me, please be proud that whatever work that I'm doing. Let me end this diary. If it can be shaken, it can be moved. I keep getting okay before the storage is depleted. Remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until tomorrow, adios.